This video will analyse the truth behind this meme. How accurate is it? Having analysed all the dynasties of China in summary videos, I'm in a good position to comment on its validity. It's going to get the very serious treatment it deserves. The meme depicts a hypothetical meeting between 8 wojak emperors wearing hats associated with their eras. I see one of you has added furious tears to this wojak and gritted teeth, as he is seemingly infuriated by his conversation partner into what some of you call cope. To his right are 3 men of impossible jawlines, masculinity, and off-the-record testosterone settings, representatives of later dynasties, all with accessorized hats. Let's start with the furious emperors on the left. Some of you may or may not know that these 8 emperors are representing the 8 earlier, most long-lived dynasties in China, not counting the shorter ones. After the semi-mythical Xia Empire, the first solidly evidenced dynasty is the Shang. The one at the back of the line here, and in front of him is the Zhou, the one Confucius held up as paragons of virtue. Then the short-lived Qin, followed by the Han, and so on. They all shout in fury, "You're supposed to name your dynasty after an area associated with it." To what extent is this true? Let's take them one by one. Yes, the first dynasty here at the back, the Shang dynasty, was named after a place called Shang, which is believed to be the ancestral capital of the dynasty, located near modern-day Zhou. And second from the back, yes, the Zhou dynasty were also named after a place, specifically the area around the Wei River in modern-day Shanxi province. This is where the Zhou people originally settled and established their early capital. And next in front of them, the Qin dynasty was named after the state of Qin, a region in what is now modern-day Shanxi, again in the west. I could go on, but every single one of these dynasties, crying hot tears, is named after a place, including significantly the Tang dynasty there in the middle, named after specifically the Duke of Tang, a title held by Yuan, the founder of the Tang dynasty, who was previously the governor of the region Taiyuan. These earlier dynasty leaders and people would mostly view 2 out of 3 on this right as foreign interlopers, and would not be surprised that these foreign interlopers did not continue this tradition. They would only view the middle dynasty on the right, the Ming, as legitimate, who saw themselves as Chinese. They would very likely be furious, as Zhuangzi, who founded the Ming, was when he led a rebellion which eventually overthrew the Yuan Mongol usurpers to found the Ming dynasty. Now, turning to these 3 later dynasties, we can see that there is a sea change in how dynasties are named. The Yuan Mongol dynasty couldn't even claim to be of Chinese descent, therefore it didn't name itself after a Chinese region, instead calling itself Daoyuan, Big Primal, or Great Heavenly Kingdom. One significant ruler of the Yuan dynasty was, of course, Kublai Khan, the first Chinese emperor, quote-unquote Chinese emperor, any Westerner had come across in the travels of Marco Polo. And next, in the middle, we have the Daming, big, clear, or great brightness. And finally, Daqing, or big, literally big pure, or great purity. And the hat is accurate, although if I am to nitpick, and I will, the queue or pigtail on the back appears to be sticking out of the hat like some kind of wig. The queue would have rested on the back of the head as a sign of subservience to the ethnic Manchu overlords. This meme is largely accurate in the fact that it notices a qualitative change in the dynasties before and after the Mongol Yuan dynasty, not only in naming practice, but how they viewed themselves. From this time onwards, the capitals are mostly in Beijing, in the northeast. The centre of power has moved away from Shanxi, the province of the original Qin unifiers, from Shang in the west, or Chang'an, near modern-day Xi'an, to Beijing in the northeast. Until the present day, the centre of power has always been Beijing, the forbidden city which the Yuan started and the Ming built, and the Qing, the final imperial dynasty of China, continued to live in, would always, until the present day, remain the centre of power. Therefore, I rate this meme 5 out of 5 for historical accuracy.